At the end of last year, I had a question. No. At the end of last year, I was a exhausted, emotional wreck. Just extravagantly bowling through life, trying to make something happen, with one hell of a question on my mind. University or a job? Now, since then, a few things have happened. And my question has been answered. Also, I live in Wales now. So, yeah.
I entered the year to the tune of a society-starved extrovert. Fresh off of COVID, I was ready to go nuts on central London. I was in a something with someone, and yet I felt more alone than ever before.
If only I had known just how cool you really are, never would I have underestimated you. Because when I think back to St. Mary's, said I like this track from the boardwalk days. I studied your face and I was quite amazed. You knew what I meant when I went and said, oh, choo-choo. You said choo-choo. Hell yeah, I said choo-choo. And you choo-choo too.
Finishing work at 2:30am, getting home by 5 and having to go to college for 9 in my last year while I was trying to do A-levels. Not to mention the side projects I was doing, like I was practically running the backstage of a Shakespeare play in North London. I was running myself into the ground. Some nights I'd go from college to work, do my shift, and then I'd sleep on the train back the next morning before going into college. It just wasn't working. It took a close encounter with death to turn my life around. On shifts, I witnessed someone die outside my pub. It wasn't seeing it that fazed me. It was the fact that half an hour later, it was though it never happened at all. Crowds change quickly in Soho. So, next minute you've got loads of people all cheering and dancing on the ground where someone faded away not an hour earlier. But they don't know that. But I do. And I could still see their blood when I was clearing up. It's a fucking head trip. These moments rebooted me. These moments rebooted me. Real life's too short to live for others kind of moment. I started changing immediately. I left the bar and Soho with it. I started working harder for things that actually mattered. Yo, I am a film nerd, let's go. Hello, baby. I'm not talking to you guys, I'm talking to the camera. And I started to make amends and apologies, especially to someone I'd overlooked in the past. Someone who deserves more than I could ever give them. Thank God they took me. Now that I was mentally back, I could once again focus on filmmaking. And in no time at all, I was thrown into the deep end. I started working with some talented individuals across England and made some incredible developments. I took a coach to Oxford on a whim, or not on a whim, on an Instagram DM, and from that spawned one of the best working relationships I've ever encountered. I went down to South London for about a week, staying in hotels, filming a cult. Big up Ollie Slatter, follow Elysian Fields, you know. I worked relatively closely on a little podcast project that me and a friend from ESA started. Nothing will come of that.
You think I will concede?
Why have you got a bottle on a stick?
I've been in for so long.
We made films about cults, criminals, medieval sieges and Edwardian marriage proposals. We made films about alien hunters. We made music videos across the capital. We worked and made podcasts, spoken word pieces. Everything was coming together. And as school started drawing to a close, that question from last year loomed bigger than ever. And in all honesty, I was really conflicted. Like, I don't really know why I'd go to... Wait, does that say adventure filmmaking? Hello everyone. Bit of a change of location. Me and Becca here. We're in Scotland right now.
On a mountain.
Yeah, looking over Edinburgh. It's quite nice up here. So yeah, adventure filmmaking. I mean, oh, come on, it makes sense. I mean, you know where we are. I mean, just look at the rocks. This is adventurous, isn't it? Look, like there's a death drop there. How cool. So yeah, when I saw that on the UCAS page, it was like, oh my god, I've got to have like put this on, and it became my fifth choice. And
it
then
was like, oh, let's just have a little look. I need another option.
no, genuinely.
Ooh. Plonk.
Plonk indeed. So then there was only two things stopping me from like going to uni, and that was an interview and my actual course. The interview, it went pretty well. I mean, I had a pretty good video to input.
Well, that was one way to start the morning.
Wait 1 second. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at that timescale. There's still a fair bit left. And hi, I'm Kai, by the way. I understand you've got quite a lot of these to get through. So I'm going to make this very simple for you guys. I'm going to put time codes on the screen now. These are the different areas of what I'm going to show you for my show reel. Whatever takes your fancy, go have a little look, and hopefully it'll be what you're looking for. So, yeah, in a bit.
It was cool.
And then it came down to the course, which I did just enough work for. In order to get into my top university, I needed to make something truly outrageous. Every now and then, something incredible happens. A step forward in the right direction. Every now and then, something is created. So, whilst my peers created films and advertising for clothing brands, which are all incredible, by the way, I was a complete jackass and devised my own anthropological theory on character and produced 3 films to publicise it. To the complete disregard of the philosophy community. Beale's character equation. I didn't think that I'd come here and get taught by people that one day would be teaching my theory. But that didn't stop it from getting screened at the BFI, baby. Come on.
This is Kai. My name is Kai Vill, and I am a recently graduated Year 13 student at Elstree Screen Arts Academy. Film studies through UAL media, you get these pieces that really uncover the truth behind the lies.
Music videos, constant film shoots in South London, and further afield. All of that had given me the skills and connections necessary to create something a university would be interested in, I hoped. And then I had to wait. For ages. 2022 was less of a story and more me telling stories. And through telling them stories, I had some crazy experiences. Like the time I directed for Sky Studios. That was cool.
I'm at Sky Studios Elstree, inside one of the 13 massive sound stages that populate this site into the history of British cinema.
And it became what Charlie Chaplin, when he visited in the 1930s, called the Hollywood of England.
Or the time I was stranded in Scotland for 16 hours by myself and fell asleep in a park. Bit less cool. Or maybe drunkenly travelling across the home counties in the back of a transit van with the missus.
See, now, I've got a point. We've got no idea where we're going.
We can't see a thing.
We can't see a thing. But you know what? Yeah, we're all good!
Yeah!
Yes, lads! Hey!
Sneaking into the Shard. Old fashions from a Mayfair mixologist on a boat on the Thames. Throwing a mental 19th birthday party for a friend, which included a hot tub, a rat, and a rock band in a kitchen. That time at NAS when me and results were. Shit. I'm moving to Wales. Wait, what? This was such a big fucking choice. Leaving everything and everyone behind. Taking that step, living alone, fending for myself. Responsibility. Fuck yeah. I was ready. It was time. By now, I felt like I'd completed Borehamwood. Like, I was in limbo, you know, main quest done, onto the side quest. Next chapter, please, come on. Good morning, everyone. It is still very warm, and I am currently walking through the middle of Hyde Park. It's about 5 in the morning. I got into London from Oxford at about 3. I'm waiting for the moon to go down, the sun to come up, and then I'm on my way to go see my darling, beautiful Becca up in Leicester. But before that, I think I want to watch the sunrise at Primrose Hill. So, I'm going to go do that. So, I had to do what I had to do. And say my goodbyes. In style. By making a movie. I mean, I had a going away party, sure. It was called All Points East.
The boys at festival, you know.
But then I gathered my resources, my friends, my little funding, I wasn't saving for debts, and turned a forest in Tring into a militia hideout. And by I actually mean...
So, plan for today, we have 6 scenes to shoot.
Up and round, but not directly at
It was beautiful. And a nice send-off before it was time to pack it all up and start off fresh.
It just hit me.
It just hit you.
Literally just then.
Okay, let's put some.
I entered my life as an outrageous, loud lunatic running off of zero sleep, pure adrenaline, and Cockney charm. Since coming here, the outrageousness was slightly subsided, but as I quickly found, it was a key component of our studies. First week we were cliff diving into the Irish Sea, then it was rock climbing, filming flaming swords up close, climbing mountains, kayaking, clubbing, just out of nowhere. I had this new group of mates from across the UK and I was living in my own space. So the freshers did last a little bit longer than I. By the time freshers was over, I was folded into the town, working in a local pub. I was back in the environment my dad had brought me up in, and I'd started making friends outside the course and outside the uni, getting into a relaxed mindset.
But that's just the thing. Relaxed. I'd spent my entire year grinding and working so hard in Central, doing projects all the time, and coming back here, it does feel like slowing down.
And it begs the question, did I make the right choice? Definitely, mentally and spiritually. But for my career, only time will tell. 2022 has been one of the most turbulent years. I think turbulent's a good word for it. Because I've done so much. I've done so much this year. I've made more films than ever before. Probably done more outrageous things than ever before. Travelled a lot. But yet, I'm still very uncertain and I feel like I'm right back at where I was at the beginning of the year now. And I'm not making as many films. Can I trust the process? And just let these good times roll for now? Or do I need to have a serious talking to myself? I don't want to leave it on a somber note, because this has been a mental, really fun year. So I'm not going to. Here's a final montage of the best moments. And here's to more best moments in 2023.
You wanna go? I can take you there. Baby, don't